All right, game picks, week 10 recap. Pat is just grabbing us both by the throat, ready to choke slam us. We are a couple games behind.
Graphic.
John's a couple games behind. Pat goes 4-2 again after following up a 5-1 week. He's on a heater, folks. He is on a heater. And
he is on a heater.
John stays at 500, goes 3-3. Brando 2-4. You're struggling here.
So basically, we have spread out the pack. We were all one game apart. It's very symmetrical. We were all one game apart last week. Now we are all 2 games apart. So Pat's 2 up. I'm in the middle, and Brando, you're 2 back from me.
Yep.
So
still all above 500 for you betting pundits keeping track. So I think I scored our records at 99 and 81 for the season so far. I think that's pretty good if you're a professional bettor. Maybe you check us out or whatever. But anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So Pat, we got to do Pat's hit rate here. Okay. Brando, you roll off the first game. I'm going to do some math here really quick.
First game for this season, for this week, right? Week 11.
Yep.
Okay, we have an AFC North battle. Baltimore going to Pittsburgh. Baltimore is -3-point favorite. Pat, you're on the hot spot, buddy. That's what you get for being good.
Yeah, well, although Mike Tomlin is Stanley Steamer, give me the Ravens.
Well, I have 2 words for you, and they are TJ Watt. And TJ is one word because it is initials. I'm going to take the points.
Debatable.
Give me the Steelers here at home.
All right. I think the spread is kind of small. I know it's a divisional matchup, and these AFC North matchups usually are low scoring and goofy and physical. And I just always remember that AB hit where remember that guy from the Bengals? Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I think of as AFC North matchups. But I just think Baltimore wins 7 out of 10 here, so I'm gonna go with them -3.
They might win 7, but tonight is our night. Mike Tomlin in the locker room before
the
game. So, all right. Now we are going to go to the lowly New York Jets. They are hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Now, somehow the Jets are 4-point favorites here. Aaron Rodgers is also in his 40s, and he's looking like he's in his 40s. Because of that, I'm going to take the points in the Colts. Joe Flacco starting again. Maybe they pull the trigger on Anthony Richardson if he struggles, but give me Jonathan Taylor to run on them, and Aaron Rodgers is old.
Yeah, I was going to say Jonathan Taylor versus the Jets run defense, which has become a little bit of a liability. I'll take points here and Indianapolis for sure. Yeah. I can't believe the Jets are still laying points. I mean, it's not like they're injured. They're just bad. And I'd be surprised if they didn't continue to be bad. So, but Pat, what do you think?
Cold.
Giddy up, cowboy.
Giddy up. Yeah. Yes.
All right. I don't want to call this the game of the week because Bills Chiefs is like the game of the year, but this is Jameis Winston revenge story. The Browns are going to New Orleans to take on the riddled with injury Saints as underdogs. Give me the Winston underdog point to get the win in this game.
Brando, when you started with that intro game of the week, I thought you were looking at the wrong game. I was about to roll you back again, but no. Give me New Orleans. I don't know. I just... They look good last week. They're doing the new coach thing. But
the second game is always the letdown. I always think
it always is the letdown. Cleveland's had their letdown, after getting Jameis Winston. So I don't know. I'm just going to go Saints. I don't know about this one.
I mean, could you imagine being so thin on players that you pick up MVS, who is just chilling, probably at Jim's Steakout on Route 5 in Buffalo for a majority of his Bills tenure.
Nothing
and then he just goes and has, what did he have? 3?
Bites.
He had like 3 catches for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, give me the Browns.
Insane stat line. Everyone's picking up MVS on waivers in fantasy tonight. And I don't know if that's a great idea. So,
not me. All right, we're going to a cross-conference matchup. Atlanta is flying to Denver, to the Mile High City. Can birds fly in Mile High air? That's a good question. Not for us, but the Broncos are -2.5 here. I think we have an interesting line, Pat. I'm going to put you back on the hot seat because you're winning. You got to go first.
Well, I know that Bo knows that the Broncos are going to win, so and cover.
All right, give me the Dirty Birds for this one. They lost a weird divisional matchup last week. I don't know about Denver. Their defense is, I mean, they went toe to toe with the Chiefs. I get it, but
He reminds me of the young Josh. I'll say it.
Special this year, though.
that's true.
No, the young Josh is in our division. His name's Drake May, but we won't talk about him right now. I'm taking the Birds too. I think the Broncos, that is a locker room killer of a loss last week, right? If you're an O lineman, do you show up? Do you just call it? I mean, what do you do? If you're the left guard,
the offensive lineman.
if you're the left guard that got pancaked.
Oh, come on. If we're talking position groups that quit first on their team, are we starting with the O-line?
Never.
I think
if they quit first,
time.
then they just make everyone else's life terrible. So, I mean, that's the ultimate position to quit when you know it's going to hurt everyone else behind you. I mean,
I think it's got to be the career. I think it's got to be the career special teamers that quit first.
No, it's DJ Moore running a route, jogging it, and Caleb Williams lays it out there, and DJ Moore's like 10 yards behind because he's just jogging. I don't know.
That's valid.
Jog.
That's valid.
Jogging. I just think that it's tough. How do you watch that on film? What do you do? How do you say that to a coach? Be like, everybody in the room knows you messed up. Do I have to say it? Like, do we just watch it silently? Do you just not speak about it? I'd like to know what Sean Payton did in the film room. But because of that, Kirk Cousins is going to bounce back. They're going to win this game.
Nice. Way to bring it full circle.
Yeah. So another team with their back against the wall. The Bengals are going out to the West Coast to play the Chargers. Chargers are minus 1.5 point favorites. This is a big AFC matchup. I have Joe Burrow covering the spread here. They seem to be better than the Chargers. Chargers are kind of boring, but give me Burrow and Chase because Herbert and Quentin Johnson are not as good as Burrow and Chase.
Yeah. Can you believe that Jamar Chase went for like 264 and they lost? Like that's just tough. That's going to be a stat that we talk about a couple years from now. I feel like. Also, can you believe after Thursday Night Football, Brando and I's fantasy matchup was like 100 to -4 after
I believe it was. I think you had Chase Brown and
I had Chase Brown and Jamar Chase.
I think it was like 78 to -4.
It was at least 80 or 90 because Jamar Chase had 64 and Chase Brown had 20. So
I'm 0-9, dude.
Something like that.
Feel good about it, buddy. You throw me in the dirt some more. All right.
Hey,
Pat, give me your game pick. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
All right. Well, I hate to be a little bit McConkey, my lad, on this, but give me the Bengals. Is that any worse though than Eric Moulds having 240 yards in a playoff game and the Bills losing? But
that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Give me Cincy. I'm with you guys on this one. I think that I'd even give them favored points. I'd lay points with them, so I'm comfortable with that pick.
Could be a good tease on the parlay builder.
It's true. All
right. Can I get a drum roll, please? The game of the season, the game of the year, the two GOATs by Josh Allen. I'm not even going to make a GOAT name for Mahomes because I hate him. We got the Bills hosting the Chiefs. Only game on TV. The Bills are 2.5 point favorites. Now, I will give you a little bit of information here, John and Pat. The Buffalo Bills Kansas Chiefs game is being refereed by Land Clark. He has not officiated a Bills or Chiefs game this season. Last game was at the Commanders. The crew calls penalties at a slightly below average this season, 12.11 this season per game.
Get ready for some Chiefs corners to hold.
Chiefs record with Land Clark. Anybody want to take a guess?
Very good.
It's good.
It's 5-0.
Well, to be fair, they're also 9-0 on the season, so it's like they win a lot of games.
I think this is just overall.
I know that's not this season. This
info is all from Sal Capaccio at WGR. The Bills' record with Land Clark is 3-2, so it's not garbage. But game of the year, Mahomes
Land's also not
Allen.
A real name.
And again, land is a place that we walk, so that is not a real name. I'm going to say it for everybody that wants to hear it. Josh Allen's better than Patrick Mahomes this season. It's not arguable. It's the eye test. It's the stats test. And it's going to be the victory on Sunday when the Bills cover 2.5 points.
All right. Well, Brando, I want to point out that Bills Chiefs is not the only game on TV. It is the only CBS game, but 3:05 Fox's 2 games on Falcons, Broncos, and Seahawks 49ers.
This guy does not know what he's talking about. I don't know. I got some bad information.
So it's the only game on CBS. I think it's got the entire country.
I told
basically
multiple people today that the 4:00 time slot was the Bills by themselves. So
it is on CBS.
Yeah.
But yeah, anybody, you might want your money back from Brando.
It's not financial advice.
Give me the Bills, baby. -2.5. I actually might be tempted to do an emotional hedge for this one, but you know the rules of game picks. Always pick the Bills.
Hey, money is on the Chiefs, 64%, as you can see in the image here. I like that for the Bills.
Yeah. Pat, what do you think?
A tale is all this time. A song is all this rhyme. I hate the f***ing Chiefs. But no, I got to go with the Chiefs for the emotional hedge here.
There you go.
Yes.
Chiefs plus the points, right? I mean, how many times do you get to take the Chiefs with the points?
Yeah. Bills to win, not to cover, baby.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a very, very fulfilling 2-point win. But